Hey,
man.
Sup, y'all?
Hello, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yes, quite.
Hey, welcome to Bodega Nights. I'm Joao, that's Miko, the ironic gamer. And we have Zoro, who wishes to remain anonymous.
Yeah, he's on incognito mode.
Yes, but you can call me Martin.
Oh, I love when the mask disappeared. For audio listeners, you would not get this unless you saw the video.
Don't look at the video.
Check out. We have a YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah, actually, we should put this. We should put this up on the YouTube, man. Like, I'll put like an overlay on this and everything, just so that like we get that whole.
Yeah, so long as you didn't record the part where I was doing that.
I mean, that you're doing right now.
Yeah, like just exactly like what you did.
Oh, God! Oh, man! Oh!
The incognito mask doesn't work that way, Martin. We still do see you.
Now I have an entirely new like thing to censor out. It's no longer just like all of the stuff we say, but all of the stuff that we do.
No, you still have black bars. Like, okay, what's there? Censor button. Like, I have a button here, like, set up for my mature streams where I can press to immediately put a Gaussian blur over the entire thing for certain things that, nope, Twitch will not like this. Boom!
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I should look for something like that for like class, nice. Just for, you know.
Yep, it doesn't selectively blur things, it literally the whole cam. Okay, blur, okay, we'll fix things here first, then turn off the blur. There we go.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But then,
neat.
Wait, so how's that?
Okay. This is...
Use your phone as like the panel thing, right, Miko?
No, it's not a phone. I really just have a stream deck over here.
Oh, snap.
I have a lot of Elgato stuff all of a sudden.
Well, let me figure that out, man.
Including the really, really old thing.
How old?
This is the first product they ever had for streaming. It has a latency of about 8 seconds.
8 seconds?
Yeah. And now I have a new video card, I have a new capture card, which the latency is 0.00015. Which, if you play Mario competitively, you actually do feel.
What?
Yeah. When you try to make those precision jumps, that little delay, so minute, will mess you up.
Right? The last time I was on the show, I made mention of that, right?
Yep.
The Mario.
That little bit of what's it? That little bit of I'm trying to figure out how to get like a Gaussian blur on my camera. It's just to censor stuff out, but hey man, so how have you, Martin, have you gone back to that restaurant since the last episode? I wasn't here to
What restaurant? Oh, same but different?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Also same? No, I called for delivery. It delivered here.
How was
it?
Like I said, it had a lot of nuts. That's a lot of nuts, man. Like literally, like example, this is like the box of satay, chicken satay. Half of it, chicken satay.
The other half?
66% of it, lots of nuts. Crushed nuts.
60% of it was nuts and half of it was chicken?
There. Well, this is the best that I can do for like censoring. There we go. Martin has the whole Zorro thing. I have like my eyes censored out.
And the pad thai was pretty okay, but also had way too much crushed nuts for its own good. They just love putting nuts.
Is Brazil known for nuts? Like, don't you have the Brazil
guess
nuts?
So. Like,
oh, dude, the Brazil nut. That's like one of the most interesting nuts in the world.
Give me a couple of seconds.
I was about to make a joke that I feel like are not allowed to.
Like, I asked for pancakes.
All right. I can.
And they gave
I can make the joke now.
A handful of nuts. Like, I didn't ask for nuts. I asked for pancakes. But here, have some extra nuts.
Maybe pancake is like, nut in Brazil.
No, it's not. It's actually like buttermilk pancake, the kind of pancakes we have.
That's pretty cool.
Like,
that's what you call nuts.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask for nuts, but okay. Another Sunday with nuts on.
Actually, this is really random. Are Brazil nuts called Brazil nuts in Brazil?
I'm pretty sure it's called something else in Portuguese. So when we type nuts from English to Portuguese, this is gonna take a lull if you're listening.
Wait, no.
No.
My Portuguese is as good as my Chinese, which is non-existent as well.
Noses. It's called noses.
But then the
I
Brazil
guess you have to
nut.
keep your nose out of their business.
The Brazil nut is a specific kind of nut, though. Like
No, it's not.
I don't know. No. There is
This
a
is
nut.
almonds.
There is a nut called the Brazil nut, and it's
Oh, really?
yeah. I don't know where it came from.
I'm assuming it came from
Whether it's like-
Brazil.
Okay,
but
Brazil
then
nut.
you know how it is, right? Like
South
Chorizo de
American
Bilbao,
tree,
for
the
example,
family,
isn't like from Bilbao.
Oh yeah, it's not from Bilbao either. French
yeah,
fries.
French fries like not from France.
California Mac is though utterly correct. It is. From California.
it is from
Like-
California. Right?
Yeah. The Brazil nut, Bertholera excelsa, is a South American tree in the family of Lecantidae and is also named of the tree's commercially harvested edible seeds. It is one of the largest and longest lived trees in the Amazon rainforest.
Okay, so it is Brazil.
Okay.
Okay.
So it is from Brazil.
Yeah.
I see.
You should try those nuts.
I'm pretty sure
can you
they've
just try
added
the
way too
different
much
nuts
nuts.
of Brazil and just like tell us the salty nuts, the sugary nuts, all the nuts, the sweet chocolatey nuts.
I might have an allergy to nuts. That's why every time I
You're
eat
in a horrible country to
chocolate
be in
chip
then.
nuts,
So you're saying it's same but different when trying to assassinate you.
yes.
We heard it in the podcast.
Because they
We
were
did not
Bodega Nights.
appreciate this.
I mean, if you're
Because you
a
were trashing on
Facebook friend of mine, if you're a Facebook friend of mine, you know I already had an unboxing of that same but different food order I
And
had.
it's like the next cuts a scene to the ER. Oh my god! Oh no! Is it the Rona? Is it the Rona? Oh no, sir! It's just nuts. It's just nuts. It's the nose.
You got
It's the
nuts in
nose.
your-
It's wrong with my nose.
Nose? Nuts!
You know, I'm not.
My nuts!
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how true this is, but like the Brazil nut is kind of unique in that when you have a can of mixed nuts, usually the Brazil nuts end up floating to the top for whatever reason. Yeah,
What?
I don't know if that's true. I've never. I'm not really into like nuts, but apparently that's the thing. And also, it is if you have like nut allergies, it's extremely dangerous.
I'd like to think so. Yeah.
I
mean, like-
'cause it's
um,
nuts. 'Cause it's-
I mean, like, if there is a woman that you would like to assassinate, apparently, like, it is sexually transmissible,
Huh?
Wait. The Brazil nut or the allergy?
right? So say somebody is
kind of
very
nuts.
like somebody is very allergic to nuts, right? And you want to like assassinate somebody that is very allergic to nuts. What you do is you eat a lot of Brazil nuts, and then you proceed to like have sex with that person, and then that person will get, and that person has an allergic response.
So I
Where
guess
did you
the
Google
way you get
this?
paid, that's called the money shot.
Yeah,
Where did you Google this, man?
I'm not sure if
Wikipedia?
that's true though. That's why, like, I'm throwing it out there.
What?
I am learning so much
Hold
different
on.
things about the Brazil and their nuts.
Okay, I'll just Google sexual transmission via Brazil nut.
Yeah, you should.
Dangerous liaison, sexually transmitted allergic reaction to.
I am really hoping he's on incognito mode just
Brazil
like double
nuts.
down on this.
No, I'm not. Abstract. Brazil nuts are the second most frequent cause of nut allergy in the United Kingdom. We report that a
Huh.
case of a 20-year-old woman with documented Brazil nut allergy who developed widespread urethracia and mild dyspnea after intercourse with her boyfriend who had earlier consumed Brazil nuts. Skill prick testing with a boyfriend semen after Brazil nut consumption confirmed significantly reactivity, whereas a sample before nut consumption was negative.
So you have
This is
you
the
have
First
Brazil
case
nuts
of
in
a
your nuts.
sexually transmitted allergic reaction.
So you're saying is he re-nutted her good?
Yes. That's a lot
I
of nuts.
learned way more about Brazil nuts than I think I ever wanted to know.
Same here.
Same. But
Same
different.
here. But different.
I have no idea why that piece of knowledge was just like in my head.
How did you get that? No. Why? We were having a good talk about nuts. And
then you had just to bring in murder into it.
yes. Murderous nuts.
I mean, I love random trivia, and I'm just trying to like, what did Joao figure this random trivia? Was it like on the Did You Know bit in like the newspaper or something?
What? I don't know where I got it. But apparently
Similar
it's
articles. Anna's
I
flat
don't know.
six
Yeah,
due
bothers
to
me more. The fact that
Brazil
it's true, or the fact that that was just in your brain, just dormant there, waiting for this moment to come out. My time has come.
the 7 years that we've been doing this podcast. It's just been waiting.
My time shall come. My time shall come.
Oh, want to
As will
learn?
this man into this.
Want to learn similar articles?
What can be similar to sexually transmitted nuts?
Single nut or total nut avoidance in nut allergic children. Outcome of nut challenges to guide exclusion diets.
Wait, nut challenge?
What's a nut challenge? That sounds like
I
something the
Really,
internet
really
would do.
hope it's... There's so many ways that could go on the internet.
The diagnosis of Brazil nut allergy using history, skin prick test, serum-specific immunoglobulin E, and food challenges.
Okay, so the food challenge is a medical thing. It's not a YouTube phenomenon. Or is it like those like Chinese and like Asian ladies eating all that chow? Because that seems to be
I
really
guess so.
popular right now, and I don't understand. But god dang, those ladies can eat.
But like those mukbang things?
Something like that. Like I saw this like one video of this lady eating like 8 or 10 like marrow bones just straight up.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on, but apparently it's really popular just to see ladies eat lots and lots of food.
Yeah.
Again, another skill I have that I just cannot monetize. I'm gonna eat all this stuff and kick some money. Please help me. I need to pay my
man.
bills.
Oh man,
But that thing with mukbang though, it's I don't know.
it's
man.
weird. Even the ones I was working for in very popular site that talks about metropolitan Manila now has a mukbang thing on Kumu. You know
Right.
that Kumu platform
just
that's a
gonna-
locally thing?
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do the whole
It's
mukbang
weird.
thing while you talk.
Yep, see, that's
Where's
the thing.
your
I mean,
food, then?
I get the whole
Where's your food?
ASMR thing, and like I see how it can be interesting, but when it comes to this, like, look, I don't like hearing that when I'm even eating with people. It's like one like, stop, open your mouth, chew
Yes.
like a normal human being.
Yes. Yeah.
But somewhere out there, it works.
There was that theory about mukbang where it was something along the lines of people don't want to eat alone, so when people have to eat alone, they eat with somebody.
That's why you have
the whole
YouTube
mukbang thing.
and
yeah.
all the other things. You just play it.
Yeah. But then I guess it's I don't know, because people don't want to eat alone.
I can understand that, but like, it feels a little weird when you see someone just engorging and all that stuff. No, I
Yeah.
mean, we had Guy Fury, which was also kind of interesting. Man versus
Who's
food,
Guy
that was some awesome stuff.
Well, there was that
Flavor
Japanese
Town.
dude that would eat hot dogs 2 at a time for like those eating
Koyabashi?
competitions.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, right?
that was crazy stuff. I didn't know you
Insane,
could like
dude.
straight up train for that thing. And he's so
Yeah.
tiny. Like seriously, I saw this guy like, oh wow, okay, what are you? Okay, your gut is assigned to just take in all the dogs.
Right, and like all of the people that he was beating were just, like, really big, huh?
Yeah, I mean, do you think
So,
like this guy
yeah.
can eat? This guy's
Yes.
seen all the dogs.
This is before Aza was.
What? Martin just Zorro. Zorro just
Zorro.
muted himself.
I'm just like bracing myself for like some random voice crying again. I don't know.
I'm just like waiting for Joao to put in something there. Portuguese intensifies in the background.
Yes, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Dear God. At least the problem is
But how are
not
things-
bad internet.
But yeah, how are things going? Oh yeah, how'd that go? You had like 100 people Zoom thing or something, right?
Yeah, for work, right?
So did your internet die or what?
Oh no, I was using
The
work
office internet.
So it was like 3 to 4 times faster, and
Good job.
some idiots who signed up. I gave them the password and the room number. They never came. So we were expecting 100. We only got 60 something.
Nine?
And it didn't. Yeah, that's the sucky part, man. That's the sucky part. It didn't even reach 69.
You should have given us the link, bro. You should have been like, hey,
Just
dude, we
load
need
it
to
up.
get like
You could have-
69 people here. And be like, oh,
like,
look.
what's this?
Here.
Nice.
I was like,
How does it even
just
work though
join
with
and then-
60 people? I'm
because,
guessing no one can talk, right? It's just like everyone's watching
yeah.
something?
Everyone's muted, but some idiot like unmuted themselves, and we can hear them speak Ilocano, or like some kid of them like, like what the hell?
I mean, it could have been worse things they could have been hearing at that point there.
I just muted Martin for fun.
Yes, yeah, you did. I'll tell you when you mute me when you hear some random person pissing, moaning, and crying again for the nth time.
Yeah.
For the
So, how is life going though, man, there in the other side of the world?
It was a bit annoying. There was an episode we recorded. I think Joao knows this. There's some idiot. There's something. Since my apartment building is very constrained, like this is my room.
Yeah, you
There's
see
the
apartments
other
work that
unit.
way. There are rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's
the
quite
one
tight.
that's
Apparently, the
in-
configuration is quite tight.
Like
Yeah,
Asian tight or...
Kinda. Like the walls
wow.
are not thick enough. So if someone cooks or if someone fucking smokes a cigarette, it entered my bathroom, and the bathroom smell entered my bedroom. So I really
Wait, so
complained
did your
about-
bathroom not enter
entered
theirs?
his bedroom.
No, I mean, it's interconnected. The wall is between my bathroom and someone else's kitchen counter or something.
That sounds horrible. I don't know for
I know. So right now the problem is, which is okay with me, unless they cook some weird even understand.
What is
we're not in
Portuguese
my
food
bathroom.
exactly?
We're totally cutting
know.
this out of the episode.
Yeah.
Dude.
God. Oh, okay. Sorry.
So besides the same
basically-
but different, what is Portuguese food, Martin?
Mostly a lot of reliance of bean dishes as a side dish. So it's like Peruvian food when it needs beans or bean sprouts, kind of like that.
So you have
Because
nuts
I-
and beans.
Yep, mostly nuts and beans, and sometimes corn. Oh wait,
But then,
that's
yeah, I'll be honest.
isn't Portuguese? It can't be Portuguese food. Like, would it not be Brazilian cuisine?
South American food.
Like South-
oh yeah,
like a lot
the
of South
Portuguese
America-
should have like a lot
Some
of like
influence,
influence on
yeah.
food, right? I mean, they're the
it
only
has,
place
like,
in South America that speaks
queso.
Portuguese, so they must have had a hold somehow.
So and then their
Do you guys
Portuguese
have egg
pizza
tarts?
is like olive. I think they do. I think there is.
It's in Chinatown.
There is. No,
because
there's no
what's it?
Chinatown here. There's
what's it?
Japanese town somewhere.
Egg tarts came from Portugal.
Yeah.
Egg tarts came from Portugal.
I
The
think the
reason they
style
ended
of-
up getting into
yeah.
China was through Macau.
Oh,
I
okay.
think the
that's
the
why
way
Macau's all
it
those
got
egg tarts.
Yeah,
I
because
think the
Macau
way
was a
it got
Portuguese colony.
influence for the for
They
the
have
Brazilian
people named like
thing is
Joao and
the way
stuff.
they say.
And
What,
they
Slav?
like speak in Portuguese. It's so cool.
Okay, because
Why
like
slum?
I would like to think that the Brazil would have. I mean, I don't know like Brazil barbecue and stuff, but like think they'd have lots of
Oh,
Portuguese
yeah.
influence just because of they chose to have Portuguese as their language, and everyone else had Spanish.
Yep.
So like something must have happened here that said, "No, we're
Choose to
going
have
to
Portuguese as their language. They were forced by their colonial masters to learn Portuguese, dude.
But
I mean, like
my
looking
friend,
at it, like everyone
yeah.
else being Spanish, like I felt like wouldn't be after being pushed out, you just start absorbing everything else around you. I mean, look at the Swiss and their like weird language at this point, where it's just pretty much absorbed everything around them and became something.
Well, let's
I know
see.
Pansquezo is like from Portuguese. That's what That's what I remember. My friend who's like in America, who's also part Portuguese, like, oh yeah, Pansquezo. I heard that's also popular there. Yes, it is.
Pansquezo?
Yeah, cheese bread. Cheese.
Oh, okay, cheese pan de sal. Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
But
And also, that's
better.
probably another misnomer: Spanish bread.
It's
Went
like
to same so
same-
many
yeah.
times. Spanish
But
bread does not
different.
exist.
Yes. Okay,
You go ask for Spanish
what
bread, you
else?
don't get that.
Cornbread. There's a Portuguese style cornbread that got influenced from Portugal and here. It's called broa. It's like a weird cookie. You think it's cookie, but it tastes like cornbread.
I feel like we have that in this house at one point.
Oh, also tapioca, because Portuguese and Spanish explorers like spread it around here. Tapioca. So they
Yeah,
use.
we do have a lot of
lot.
tapioca. Tapioca's pretty awesome.
What else?
10
every
most
dish
popular
that involves
Portuguese
camarão.
dishes.
Which
Canned
is
Portuguese
like shrimp.
sardines.
Oh yes.
I don't even remember having Portuguese sardines, I'll be honest. But Brazil, like the things I know about them is, at this point, beans, nuts, all you can eat meat based off the things I've gone to, which is Brazilian meat houses.
I think the reason why there's a lot of beans, a stew of beans, or feijoada. I think that's the one I'm smelling sometimes. Yeah, feijoada. It's a typical dish in Portugal and former Portuguese colonies. So that's like Brazil, Macau, Angola, Mozambique, and Goa.
Mozambique is Portuguese?
I didn't know that too.
I thought they were French, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The French seem to have a lot of parts in that area.
Basically like that. That's
okay. So they got it. So they did get it from Portugal. Interesting.
The beans, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at the food we have here. Sure, we have, like,
noodles.
things are really Filipino, but lots of it has lots of Spanish influence.
Yeah.
And the thing where you are gets Chinese influence and Malay and other things.
Yeah, sure.
I really do think that the national dish for the Philippines should be sisig.
Oh, sisig, yeah, okay, yeah. I'd go sisig or adobo. Like, adobo sounds... It's something, like, really safe for most people. Like, you can do adobo anything. Where
Because
sisig is really... When they do, like,
say
tuna sisig, that's not sisig. That's like saying, no, the amazing meat is meat. When it's just, weird, like, beans and put together.
Yeah, but then...
And they'll say sisig is, like, the specialty of a certain region on...
Yeah,
so they might say...
Pampanga.
Pampanga.
Yeah.
Pampanga.
Pampanga.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Sisig festival is awesome. You felt like you're going to die.
Yes.
And if you don't, it's amazing.
Speaking of Pampanga sisig, you know the most famous Pampanga sisig area there? Aling Lusing's?
Never.
I didn't know it's the most famous, but I'm aware of it.
So are you aware that they'll tell you that weird story of how she died, and while you're eating sisig and they say, you know, the way she died, she got hit over the head, and it's kind of like how sisig has gotten, right? From face or head parts of the pig. And like, yes.
So are you saying they're cannibals?
So are you saying Aling Lusing became sisig?
You're saying that's a horrible story to tell your customers. They will not sell
I know.
very well.
No, it wasn't even them. It was like a fellow customer. Like okay.
Oh, okay, if it's another
So you're
customer, sure. Like, can you imagine the wait staff? Oh, our founder got turned into this food you're eating. Like,
what is this episode?
From nuts to sisig.
it all started with same, but different.
Yes, it all started with nuts.
Nights is still same. This one's just quite different. Hey, that aside there, Joao, how's life? How's things in your non-nut-filled beanless world?
Pretty good, actually. We started school with like actual students now.
Oh yeah, class.
So we had our first
online.
We had our
class,
first
right?
week
Online.
Yeah. Which is why I had to make sure that my room looks halfway decent.
Now you have to make it look all educational and stuff. So you have like a fake
Sort of.
bookshelf. You have like a bookshelf there. Make yourself look like all teachery.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Print out some fake like plaques in the back. Yes, these are my things I've earned.
Well, since I do media literacy, I have my Captain America Civil War posters.
Yes, top and bottom. The bottom covered.
Cool.
What's it is there? That's like a poster for the Jungle Book.
Which one?
What's his
The
name?
one with Luke Kang.
The
The 90s Jungle Book.
I keep on thinking Dave Filoni, but not Dave Filoni.
No. Oh god, I know you're talking about
Robin Shoe.
Yeah, Iron Man guy, right? Because he worked with Dave Filoni on The Mandalorian. I can't. His name his name escapes me at this moment. I'm pretty sure that our faithful 14 is yelling at me now.
How does that go? The online class. Just curious, like from a teacher's perspective, how is that?
It's pretty cool actually. I like it. Like they're far away, you know. It's like if there's something that you must know, about being a teacher, we are exposed to a lot of germs, you know, like not necessarily from the kids in high school, but like some of the younger kids. So it's quite nice. It's nice. You can just mute people if
Aren't they always muted? Then you just turn them on when they have questions or something.
Yeah, but then sometimes. Well, I don't mind them being unmuted in case they want to say something. I don't want to have to manually unmute them, and if they
okay.
Something that a lot of teachers have difficulty with is the lack of interactivity with the class. Right? It isn't as interactive as a normal class. So I try to make sure that there is as much interaction as possible, which comes in the form of being cool with students unmuting themselves if they need to talk. They don't have to wait for me to unmute them. They just wait to be called. I use the chat like a streamer would use the chat. Like if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and I'll get to them. That sort of thing.
You also thank them for the bits.
Yeah,
Thank them. You give them shout outs.
I should come up with like an animation for when somebody gets like a question correct.
Just like a macro button, like when someone gets like, ding, yeah,
Yeah, something like that. I should do that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I actually like it. We have starting next week. I'm only allowed to have 2 hours of synchronous time with them per week.
Okay.
Right. So
and the rest is like pre-recorded.
Either pre-recorded or the rest of it is you guys work on your own. So I give you reading material or I give you like a recorded lecture or in my case, I spoke to Dr. Antonio about codes, conventions, and genre. I spoke to AG about photography, and I'm going to use that as their primary sources for when they study codes, conventions, and genre, and when they study visual literacy, respectively. So, there's that, right?
You got Joam on board.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
It isn't very hard to do anymore. What with everybody like attending webinars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like everybody has a Zoom account.
I remember when those
Episode,
things were the
Joao.
thing, and now they're just annoying.
Yeah. God, it's
Maybe
really
in a
nice.
couple of weeks, Joao, let's get Joam on an episode.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
should.
nice.
Nudge.
I have not heard from Joam in forever. I at least saw a text message from him one time.
Should have
Yeah,
him on to
nice to
talk
hear.
about X's Anonymous.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
X is
that'd be cool.
anonymous.
Let me just.
So yeah, Miko, if you have this Spotify, I can link you to the Spotify link about X is Anonymous. It's a project that Doc Joam did, and it's in a website, but now some of the kids, like our way lower bats friends, have done audio versions of it, and we're uploading it weekly now on channel14.com. That's my
that's
plug
cool.
for today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's a series of short stories, I guess you can call them.
Yep.
From Joam talking about how X's became X's, and we
it?
have kids doing.
Oh,
We have-
okay. We're actually talking about X's. I was like really thinking it's like someone else whose nickname is X. Like, okay, that's
no,
interesting.
No.
Yeah,
I
but-
thought, like, okay, it's a cool collab project.
But
Right.
Miko, it does have a connection with X because that's how it started. It was an exercise that Doc Joam gave to X.
And it became Sais.
Yes.
Yeah, the play that never was. But yeah,
That was
dude,
part of that thing. That was fun.
yeah.
Wait,
what
what's
was
this
it,
Sais? I don't think I existed in school yet.
It was an adaptation of that play, 6 Characters in Search of an Author,
Okay.
and it didn't quite work out because the script was yeah.
Yeah, let's end it there. Let's end that topic there.
Okay. Was it the one with the
maybe if we ever get
exploding
him as a guest,
barrels?
maybe. Oh no, that would have more things for that going on.
Or the laser thing?
It was
remember
well.
it like
The thing is, the original script from Pirandello was quite meta as it was already, and what was it? And the theater org tried to translate it and adapted it to Filipino, and the guy that they got to write it had very, shall we say, grand visions, which didn't exactly pan out. So
Okay.
that was cool.
Okay. We gotta talk about that then soon.
That was
It was interesting times.
It was fun, man. I was doing the music for it actually.
I was a prod guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I did the music for it, which was
That's
challenging.
my career as prod. Enjoyed being prod.
Crud man.
But yeah, dude. So the theater org, some of the younger kids from the theater org are doing dramatic readings of Dr. Antonio's X's Anonymous project, and we're releasing them weekly.
Every
That's
Friday,
Yep.
4 p.m., channel14.com.
Plug.
and on Spotify. I don't know what time, but it just goes on Spotify afterwards.
Yeah, and like everywhere you get podcasts, pretty much.
You can get podcasts in Spotify? I thought Spotify was just music.
I listen to my podcast on Spotify.
Yeah,
Like,
Spotify
the
seems
wrestling
pretty
podcast.
all in on podcasts nowadays.
Really? Okay. I might
Yeah.
actually get the premium then, because like that's one of the only services I don't get premium on, just because I never saw a point to getting the premium for Spotify, because the only time I'd listen to music was when I'm in my car. And I'll be honest, I've not really been in my car the last few months.
Yeah, but
Last time I
seem
refueled
to
my
be-
car was like March and last week.
Oh my God.
They seem
Oh
to
my
be pretty
God.
all in on podcasts. What's his name has like an exclusive deal with them now? Joe Rogan.
Oh, really?
Joe-
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, so
they have to
Spotify?
move this podcast out.
Yeah, so the Joe
Okay,
Rogan
that's where you're gonna
experience
be.
is
Okay,
now
yeah.
on Spotify. Yeah.
I'd get Spotify Premium for Joe Rogan. Love his stuff. I mean, I like his guests. His guests are also interesting to bring in all the stuff.
It's quite sad though. Like there's a certain angle where the amount of money that Joe Rogan is getting from Spotify for the exclusive right to air the Joe Rogan experience is, well, it's ludicrous. I don't know what the exact figure is off the top of my head, but it's quite ludicrous, and it's something like a lot of the artists that are on Spotify feel kind of insulted in that,
Whoa.
like, dude, like Spotify was supposed to be a place for artists, and like now we got the podcasters coming in, getting so much more money than.
I mean,
we
I'll be
ever
honest.
will.
I always saw Spotify as like where I can get lots of indie artists and things. I found it interesting. Hearing the podcast bits, like that's different.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's there was that whole thing, but I haven't really been following it.
Yeah, for me, I'm just happy I have a new avenue to listen to podcasts instead of downloading it manually. Though I still like the manual downloads.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
It just feels normal, and sometimes I
Google-
just want it on my
that's it.
PC.
The Google Podcast app isn't that bad, actually. Like it's.
Okay.
I mean, I just stream most of the podcast because if I want to listen again, I probably read it. But it's very rare for me to re-listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then, like, I don't know. That's the thing with podcasts. Like, you get them on your podcatcher more than you do from getting them from the site, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, or at
Recently,
least-
yes.
I mean, I
least
like
that's how-
aggregates. I really appreciate aggregate sites, honestly, that just get me my content in one place. As much as I like having all these unique things, I kind of like having a place where, okay, I can see it here. Which is the reason why YouTube for me is still kind of key is most people are still there, so it's just fast way to get my stuff real quick. If they have any extra things, sure, I'll check out the website stuff. You know, like your things on Channel 14, YouTube, then you can check out the website.
like because on the website you can donate to the Patreon.
Yep, and you can
Yes.
get uncut content that wouldn't be allowed on YouTube because of EULAs.
That's true.
Oh dear
And you
God,
don't have
that's
to
one
download
thing
the
Channel 14
Spotify.
brought me in. The same thing with my work is reading EULAs. And I learned that lots of people's EULAs are just like cuts and pastes of other EULAs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my favorite one was this company went to buy like the those like you subscribe to get images for you can use for marketing and commercial purposes.
Like
those packs.
it's like Shutterstock type.
Yeah, those things.
There's
There's one we
Story
went
blocks.
to, and
Story
I went to like I read through their EULA.
Uh-huh.
The funny thing is, in their EULA, it actually states you cannot use their things for commercial purposes. That I actually had to email them to verify, hey, we're getting this for commercial purposes that you advertise, but in your EULA right here, it says we can't, so can you clarify this? To which the person emails back, oh, we have to fix that, we didn't realize that was there. Like, okay, see, even you guys don't read your EULA.
They don't read the EULA. Nobody reads the EULA.
I had to, and I hate it.
Oh god.
Though there's some EULAs that are fun. There's some EULAs that really the guys just put in random stuff like, wow, you're actually reading this, huh? I mean, good on you, but I'm sorry you have to go through this, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I forgot what service it was. They had that, like, in the middle with the guy just kind of has, like, a nonchalant, hey, man, if you're reading this, I don't know why, but I'm sure it's work-related. This kind of sucks, but no, just keep on going, dude. Also, no, I have to say this legally. This section of the EULA is not legally binding.
It's
in any
sort of
way or
like
form or something.
it's sort of like what's it like rock stars and the writers, right? Apparently, who was it?
Rockstar?
I can't remember who it was, but there was a band that had an insane writer. Like a lot of bands that had insane writers, like only blue M&Ms or whatever. Like you hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like the reason they do that was actually really interesting. Because I really do not remember the band, but apparently they had a very elaborate stage show, which required a lot of the proper safety equipment.
Is this Rammstein? But you're saying safety equipment, so it might not be Rammstein.
I don't know, but it was with like pyrotechnics and all of that sort of thing. And so to make sure that the people setting up the show read through their entire rider, they included little ridiculous things in the middle, like only blue M&Ms. That way, when they walked into the backstage area and they saw that the M&Ms weren't all blue, they knew that the people didn't read the contract.
Wait, yeah, that's what they did. Chris Jericho wrote about that in his book. A certain band says you have they can. There's a M&M's logo. It's a bit different.
M&M
like,
clause. That's
there
how we
shouldn't
know.
be any brown M&Ms in their stack of M&Ms, and it's like what Joao said. It makes sure that they read the contract, and if they can't do it,
Van Halen.
how? Yeah.
Okay, it's a Van Halen thing. I'll say that sounds like a Van Halen.
Right, because like they want to make sure that they're not going to die on stage because they didn't like rig
That's true.
the pyro properly.
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense for especially with the safety concerns, and that is actually a really great tactic. Honestly, like what craziness did I put here?
Yeah, right. So
Well, it's just like with some teachers in university before who would quote unquote grade essays with a ruler.
What?
This essay looks long and thought out. Here you go.
or the math teachers who we all thought used darts to. I love that guy, dude.
Your grade is. There you go.
This your grade.
How are you in statistics? Oh, that's how you're getting your grade.
I have no idea how I passed calculus. Well, no, I know how I passed calculus. I did okay, but I have no idea how I was exempted from the final exam.
Okay, that's a whole different thing. Okay,
right, I was exempted from the final exam of calculus. I'm just like, God, this isn't me. You know, I don't know.
I mean, like, I love
God.
math. I hate accounting. Accounting is the one that killed me so many times. Accounting's either I get perfect or I fail.
That's the thing with accounting, though, right? Like, it's either you get it all right or you get it all wrong.
It's like that, and you have to just to like reverse engineer. Where did I go wrong? Where did the number
dude, that's
go?
the worst. That's the worst. Although does like modern
my God,
accounting
yeah.
software? I don't know. I haven't done anything with like modern accounting software. But does
that
modern
called Excel?
accounting software, do they have like debug sort of features? You know, like when you're typing out code or whatever, like if there's an error in your code and you try to execute it, there's going to be like, oh yeah, you might have a problem in line 43 or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know if like these modern accounting systems have that sort of thing. I hope they do.
I mean,
for the sake
if
of, like,
they do, I
accountants.
feel like they're taking someone's job right there. No, I need my money. I can't skip off the top anymore.
But then it's, you know, to fix little clerical errors like that, you know, like when, you know, you miss a decimal place. Oh my God, dude.
And talking about really weird things of money, I've been staring at a WinZip page for quite a while, wondering whether or not I should buy WinZip. I didn't realize it went up to WinZip 24 or something. Like, there are 24 iterations of this? I thought it was just WinZip and that was it.
I see.
But until today, apparently you can still use it, like, perpetually. They ask you don't do that.
WinZip or WinRAR?
Sorry, WinZip and WinRAR. I have both. But both are like the... What's the term they use for it? The evaluation version. They don't like to use test trial anymore. But evaluation version.
Like it's just like the ultimate test of your like character or something, right?
I thought, isn't the test of your
whether or
character
not
the shopping cart test? I feel like that's the true test of character.
like whether or not you decide to pay for WinRAR.
Will you pay for it, or will you be a dirty, dirty thief?
Oh, okay.
Same with like MIRC, right? When that was still a thing.
Oh God, I've not heard those combination of letters in a while.
No.
Right, like MIRC and WinRAR are sort of cut from the same cloth. You can just sort of use them perpetually. You can pay, fine, but they prefer that you do.
Yep, please do. It's like the honesty system.
Yeah.
No, I did hear from one of my friends who did buy, I think it was WinRAR. What he had to say though is the customer service is amazing.
I can imagine.
They're like, oh my God, you gave us your money here. What do you need to live?
Yeah.
Those are like things that just run the production. I'm surprised it's still essentially not a free service. It's a unlimited evaluation period.
Yeah, something like that.
The same way, I just like how we just rephrased that from like testing to evaluation period. The same way we went from expansion pack to DLC. And talk about expansion pack, I've been doing that for Red Alert. Like, when I talk about the Red Alert games I was doing, like, I remember this expansion pack, and I thought, wait, those were basically DLC. Without patches.
Yeah. I mean, that's always kind of been the thing, right? Before expansion packs were expansion packs, there was DLC. Or no, before DLC was DLC.
No, DLC was DLC, it was expansion packs.
There were expansion packs, yeah. But I don't know.
And they were cool. And in fairness, most expansion packs back then really had a good lot of content.
Yeah.
And some were just like, I hate it so much. Kind of like the Oblivion horse mod, which was just horse armor, which was just, I hate it so much. I didn't buy it, but I was just wondering, why do you want me to pay you money for this?
What's it was pretty egregious towards the end there. The Sims was pretty egregious when it came to the expansion packs. Huh?
Sims. Between Sims 2 and Sims 3 is like Street Fighter 2 and anything else that came after it at this point. I don't even know if we left Street Fighter 2 at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just love how Street Fighter 2 came out in so many different like versions, like Extreme
Turbo,
Mega Edition, Tournament Special, Limited.
Alpha.
Like
But now it's on Street Fighter 5, and one of the DLC characters for the next season pass is Akira from Rival Schools. I'm kind of cool about that.
Than any other Street Fighter.
I would think so as well, yeah.
But I do like how Rival Schools coming in. That was a game from my childhood. I enjoyed that, and just nice to see them again. And I actually didn't realize that Rival Schools was part of the Street Fighter universe. I just thought it was a whole different like franchise. Like, oh, this is cool too. I enjoy this.
Or are they part of the Street Fighter universe, like in the same way that Darth Vader is now part of the Mortal Kombat universe?
I was going to go like Terminator or Spawn, but yeah, that works too.
That works too. But
I do love how like their Mortal Kombat got so weird with their DLC to the point I just love it.
Oh yeah, you have Terminator.
You have Spawn. You have so many interesting. You have Joker. Harley doesn't count. Like Harley's a reskin of one of the characters, but like they have Joker, they have Terminator, they have Spawn, they have a few other characters coming in, and it's just so mindless. But it's like, sure,
sure.
And the Terminator, dear God, I just love the lines. It's like, one time there's a new character out, I just go on YouTube and it's like, I want to hear all the custom entry and exit lines of the characters and the interactions. That's so entertaining.
This is really interesting, dude. I'm looking at Martin's screen. Well, I'm looking at Zoro's screen. It's like he's looking into my soul.
He's the incognito window. He's known what you've done.
Yes. I'm looking at your... I know your search history now.
I know you had to actually verify what time it was at this point, and other stupid inquiries like that.
There. Yeah. I'm censored now. You can't look into my soul, bro.
Damn it! Why?
I have to say though, I love how filters have gotten so smart how they can just stick to your face like that.
Yeah, kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy. Oh god, like but that is one thing I've noticed that this like the last few months is the sheer amount of people who are not going online, be it streaming, content creation. I started realizing,
happy with that.
God, there are lots of weird like filters and other stuff out there that people just do for their setups.
Yeah.
And
apparently the popular ones was like really big eye things and like weird like I want to call it the chibi filter just because I have no real name for it. It's like their face becomes really round. It's like the whole giant anime eyes going on. Yeah, that thing going like I don't know why that's the popular one. Really, that's the one. I thought it'd be like weird beauty apps.
What I find really annoying is my camera. I just have to get this on record. I really hate the firmware on the Sony A5100 because you can't turn off skin smoothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just taking care of yourself.
You can't. You can't turn off skin smoothing unless you. But like, there's this workaround where you have to, where you use digital zoom. So I just zoom it in by like 1.1x or whatever, and skin smoothing just disappears. But other than that, if not, it just looks terrible. Here, let me try to unzoom it a little bit.
Just switches off, becomes like beautiful. I have to turn incognito on. Okay, I saw a slight shift, but I think that's just you moving it. Okay, nope. It's now a colder tone.
Nope, that's zooming it in. Let's zoom it all the way out. I should eventually.
I see the top of your laptop.
Yeah, man. I should look really plasticky pretty soon.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm melting.
And there's a weird latency because of it now.
Yeah, it's terrible. Let me just put it back to normal.
And I'm amused how you essentially quote-unquote fix it by just... It can't understand like a slight increase of magnification. But it has to be digital zoom. It can't be the
not optical
lens.
zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Can't be optical zoom. There, that looks so much better.
Yep.
That's
sort of things. Like the same way like I got asked if I want to try getting the new Huawei because I do for filming. But my issue with the phone is the file just seems to be highly edited before I even get the raw file. It went through so many weird like touches. Or, I like just getting the raw file and then I mess with it. I don't like getting this thing that's post-touch all the time. But so even photos, your photos look cool, but you understand, you're not taking that photo. You're taking a photo and your camera's doing all these weird-ass filters on the fly. And it just bothers me. Just because I just like working with the raw files all the time. Especially with the videos, like, I probably won't go this way just because of what it does to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so much things going on. But I'll say, though, one content creator has gone, is the travel blogger is gone. The restaurant blogger is gone.
Miko,
so
I have an
really
update about that.
So
There's still some restaurant vloggers for some reason, because some people are still going to restaurants in the new normal. I got tagged on it last night. I was like, you guys are doing a restaurant review during a pandemic.
Because of your same but different episode?
No. They just literally went to a restaurant. Like, everything's freaking normal. God damn.
Okay,
so you're risking your life for content.
Yeah.
Do it for the gram.
Huh. Wow.
Gotta do it for the grabs, dude.
Man.
It's like those people that do like death.
This ain't even the IG
stunts.
guys, dude. These aren't the IG kids. These are like the blogger titos and titas who like to hoard
Toilet paper?
the aside from toilet paper, the
Is that
goodie
still a thing?
bags.
Do people still like hoard toilet paper? Or is that gone? Like that's not fat anymore.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
That's one or two workmates of yours that hoard toilet paper. My workmates. Thank God for work from home.
Thing that's not, it's not being hoarded, but the thing that's annoying me so much because I've been trying to do some upgrades to the system is
RAM,
how much SSD went. No, RAM I'm not bothered. Like 8 gig and 16 gig RAM is kind of pricey, but once you go 32 and 64, it is ridiculously cheap. Like my 32 gig setup right now would just be 9K landed.
Dang.
Yeah, because
But
apparently
you get an 8 gig.
Yeah.
You're pushing almost like 6 to 7K for 8 gig RAM.
I think they don't want the 16 gig because they'd rather do a dual channel.
True, but still,
So
you
two
can still
pieces
push-
of 8 gigs and
but I
instead
have
of
2
116.
pieces of 16 right here.
Yeah, but they don't need 32 gigabytes.
They
But
don't
if
need
they
16
need
probably
it-
either.
Yeah,
So true. That's so true.
exactly.
Like I can do my online class on like
4 gigs.
4.
Can they just get 4 gigs?
I have barely used I have 32 gigs of RAM. I am pretty sure if I pulled one card out, I wouldn't notice much of a difference anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like the price per gigabyte of RAM is like there's a lot more variance when you
Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
And SSDs, oh
The
my
higher-
god, because everyone said like, oh, your online class computer should run off an SSD. I'm like, you really don't need the SSD to run your online class computer. It's just nicer because it boots faster. But I hate you all because you made all SSDs were going down. Finally, like January, I saw the slight dip. Like, oh hey, I could probably buy some stuff like on March or something. Like, like what happened first was March to April, logistics just died. So like, this doesn't matter. You can't order anything. And once it started coming back, hey, online classes. Hey, that SSD you wanted, it's now like $200. Like,
Dang.
What?
why? Though they're saying that next month or the month after, they're expecting the market to quote unquote crash because everyone has already made their computer for class or work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there might be the demand will just drop, which that makes sense. I'm assuming everyone will be done with their setup, so they won't need that anymore. Because I want to just slowly just remove all my like old school hard drives and just like go the SSD route.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Me too. But now, thanks a lot, COVID.
Rona!
I was looking for external SSDs, but there's not much here. So the thing I have to do is probably order it online and buy a separate case just to put my SSD on the case.
Oh yeah,
and
you
make it
just get a
external
nice
SSD.
enclosure. And in fairness, like that
Yeah.
really, if you really want to get a proper external, most of the externals, their enclosures kind of suck. I'll be honest. Like the heat buildup in something can be crazy.
Yeah. But then, what would you be doing with your external hard drive? I mean, I don't even think you need an SSD for that. If
No, SSDs. That's where I'm actually planning to drop most of my giant games.
right, like
For the SSD, that's for my work because external HD has higher risk of dying on me after a year or two.
Mine's for Cyberpunk and like Modern
it's for
Warfare,
work.
which is like stupidly huge, and it's just eating up
what's it?
space in my computer.
Martin, if you're looking at work and like storage for work, look up how to set up RAIDs. Because
Very
that's
good,
look up how to do RAIDs. Look up how to do a RAID array, RAID.
Radar, okay.
Yeah, look up how to do raids and stuff because that's how you can get your stuff like safer.
My stuff.
Man.
Speaking of stuff, guys, don't forget that we got new stuff here in channel14.com. We got Access Anonymous every Friday.
That transition.
And just maybe next week after this recording, we might get the cast if they don't bail on me.
Celebratory lights. Let's do
They
this.
like call you. Oh, I can't go to the meeting. I'm stuck at home. Yeah, so the rest of us. Get on your computer.
Get your ass in the
I'm
computer
just curious,
now.
like, students who are late for your class, Joao, is there any excuse you'd accept that's not related to ISP or power?
Those are the only ones, really. Well, I mean, say if they had to show up at the embassy or at an embassy or something like that. If there was a family emergency, say like their dad died or something.
Okay, it's like the usual
Right,
things
like-
for class, but like saying like, I got late because of traffic or like issues like that. Like no, that doesn't exist here.
No, that doesn't work. Like we don't. It's even before the whole online thing. Like those weren't valid excuses. They'd get like a warning. Just wake up earlier.
Yeah.
And except in exceptional cases, like if we got word of a really big accident on the road or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But I guess nowadays that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. So it's just the usual stuff plus power outages and terrible internet connections. But
Actually, yeah, what
it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating because a lot of internet connections are slow, but I do get the feeling that a lot of them, the bottleneck is their equipment.
Yeah.
Like people
Most
that
of the time,
cheaped out,
that's it.
people that cheaped out on their routers.
No, not just that. Who get any freaking Ethernet cable and think they're all the same.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? So you got people that cheaped out on the routers, people that have old Ethernet cables from CD Arcade when that thing was still alive, and old
That's gone,
computers, and old computers that whose
Oh, the
whose
mobile
chips-
don't understand what you're getting. The
Yeah,
hell
like-
is this you're giving me?
and computers
What
that
is an
don't have
Mbps?
5 gigahertz, whatever. It's like, like I really do get the feeling that so much of it is that, and a lot of people complain about their ISPs when paying for 100 megabits, but I'm only getting 50. Then get a 5 gigahertz router.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh god, that's
easy, man.
I see that's the reason why like everything in the house I have here, the ceiling is so high for the hardware. It's so ISP can never tell me it's my hardware issue.
Yeah, right. That's something that quite frustrates. Like there
Because
has
you
to be
see
a lot
that-
of overhead.
Yep, basically because that's what they'll say. Like last I say, oh, it's probably your hardware, and honestly, if it is, it might. If it really is their fault, you can't prove it. But when all my hardware is like such a high ceiling, like look, I am designed for a 1.5 gigabit connection. Yes, whatever you give me has to work.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I really do get the feeling so much of it is just that. So much of it is people that cheaped out on their routers.
Cheap down the routers on their other parts, or just their computer, their motherboard things. It just might be so old that it doesn't understand the information you're giving it.
Yeah.
People don't seem to understand that. Like, they're wondering, how come if I attach my Ethernet to my Switch, it's so slow? Because the Switch LAN setup was never really meant to be there. It was meant to use Wi-Fi. And guess what? The Wi-Fi card isn't that great either. Why?
Yeah.
Because when you play your game, you don't need to be pushing like 100 Mbps connection. Trust me, it's gonna bottleneck somewhere.
Yeah. So,
All you're ensuring is what you're getting as most as you can get, but it's not going to make it any better than the rest. If the guy has 50, you have 100, and you only get 30, guess what you're both getting? 30.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just my thing. Because that's what I've been obsessing about lately. I've been obsessing about like making sure that I have a smooth internet connection because of the people here at home. Because it's not just me that's using the internet connection anymore. Like all of a sudden, everybody else here has to work from home,
and the
stuff.
strain is crazy. Which I actually remember, like in my old high school, I kind of gave them quick advice on how they should set up their online classes. Like, the very best piece of advice I can give you right now is in your office, have 2 separate internet lines. Have one for the online classes and one just for internal admin stuff. Don't let them overlap. At the very least, do that. I was like, why? Look, if there's admin stuff and someone might be dumb and like have to pull some weird file, you won't bog down everyone.
Yeah, this is that. I don't know. Martin, do you have like a goat?
Head? Nah, still haven't found anyone yet.
Goat?
But I think I need 3 more heads, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I don't know what either of you mean.
Well, I have 3.
I did have goat earlier though. 4 hour slow cooked goat. Quite nice.
Can you ship it here to Brazil? At least the head. I think we can end it that one.
Stopping my recording now. Also, what is this about the goat? I need to